Chrono Odyssey is being called New World or New World 2.0, and in today's video, we're going to see why. I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison with a handful of the different systems in these games to compare and contrast what New World was and what Chrono Odyssey might be come launch. It's pretty interesting because even in some of the promotional content, like these corrupted mobs or some of these scenic backgrounds and areas that we come across, and even some of the NPCs, we can right off the bat see some similarities. But again, let's jump into some of the nitty-gritty comparisons, starting with combat. So, in the typical New World game that many of us know and loved at one point of our gaming career, we got used to essentially having the choice of any two weapons. These are not class locked or archetype locked. We essentially can pick up two any items that we want and start swinging. Each of these weapons had a total of 3 abilities that we can choose from and have them active at one point. So that essentially makes up the different combat system. There is, of course, a stamina bar with some dodging and things like that, and that can be portrayed on the left side of your screen. On the right side, we have Chrono Odyssey, which also has 2 weapons. However, they are class locked. Typically, every class seems to specialize in 3 weapons, and you can choose 2 out of those 3 to utilize in combat. Each of these weapons, though, have a total of 4 unique abilities, so it does spice it up a little bit compared to New World in regards to different options you have on the battlefield. Chrono Odyssey also has a stamina bar to help with dodging and blocking mid-battle. For all of you guys that enjoy solo content, it seems like Chrono Odyssey does support kind of like individuals solo trials similar to what New World Aeternum had to. So even if you don't have many friends to play with, there should be something for you along the way. One of the best experiences many of us had in New World was just running around and mining rocks or cutting down trees. You can do all of that in Chrono Odyssey, including even fishing, so you can get a little bit taste of that exploration that New World offered that many of us truly did love. And again, while you gather up all these raw resources, you will of course have the opportunity to use them in crafting. It seems like the crafting system is very similar to New World as well, while there's kind of like a gear score or item level associated with crafted goods. Friendly reminder, if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that subscribe button because I've got a lot more Chrono Odyssey content coming your way. Okay, let's jump into the next thing, which of course is classes. So in New World Aeternum, you have the option to choose from 7 different archetypes. However, this doesn't really impact your character's gameplay whatsoever, other than the fact that it gives you 2 specific weapons starting out with. But again, you can quickly switch out of those. However, when it comes to Chrono Odyssey, you have to choose a specific class out of 6 different options. When you choose that class, that is what your character is locked in, and it does impact what weapons, skills, and abilities you'll be utilizing on that character moving forward. So again, this first decision you make while creating your character in Chrono Odyssey is very important, much more important than it was in New World Aeternum. So keep that in mind in case you do end up playing this down the road. But again, graphic wise, you can kind of see the differences. New World Aeternum is a little bit more cartoony in my opinion, and Chrono Odyssey does have a little bit more, it seems like, features when it comes to customizing your character. Plus, everyone loves PvP. Similar to New World's PvP zone, Chrono Odyssey has a whole area that people are automatically flagged for PvP, so you can really test out your skills, test out your character's abilities, and take down other players. As you defeat them, you can pick up loot similar to New World Aeternum. Plus, it seems like in the open world, there is an option to simply just flag for PvP, which is once again similar to New World. So again, lots of unique comparisons between the two, especially when it comes to PvP. Many changes should be coming down the road, and they even talked about arenas or similar things like outpost rushes down the road. When it comes to open world bosses, New World Aeternum typically does the rinse and repeat type of events, like there's a Halloween world boss, there's something for Thanksgiving, things like that. And it's kind of like the typical get a bunch of people, start throwing things, start swinging or casting spells, and problem solved. When it comes to Chrono Odyssey, it seems like there are a lot of variables and these battles are a lot more intense. You're going to have to actually dodge and deal damage and be a little bit more strategic when taking down these bosses. And it seems like they kind of just pop up on you throughout the gameplay. So again, very, very interesting, and we'll learn more about it down the road. And again, I did not want to give you every single detail about every single system in the game because Chrono Odyssey is just approaching its closed beta test. It sounds like they're aiming to have around 1 million testers, which is huge for a game like this. So I'm super, super excited to kind of learn more and jump in there. If you like this video, consider liking it and sharing it with some friends, and maybe even sharing with some of your New World guildies if you still play New World as well, because this could be a breath of fresh air when it comes to MMOs to really mix things up. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, again, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'll be covering this game a lot more in depth starting next week as I gather more and more actual gameplay footage so we can learn more about the game, start developing some in-depth guides, and just really try to master this new MMO and have some fun along the way. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.